Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Aaron. We are learning a new skill today. We are going to learn how to bartend during this quarantine, or maybe not bartend, at the least learn how to be a mixologist. You got me back here doing my thing. You got my pops. He's going to be helping me on the camera.
Yo.
And I'm going to see if I can keep a straight face of this whole thing. It's going to be fun. All right, so we got this week. So we're going to make it maybe a bi-weekly thing or maybe a weekly thing. For this week, as you might have noticed, we're doing whiskeys. So we got to your left, your Irish whiskeys, the stuff I brought back with me. It was really banging. And Jameson also counts in that, but my Irish whiskeys were kind of overpowering, so I had to split it between two sides. We got Jameson, we got Bushmills, we got something called Dangle, which is really banging, but I doubt you're probably find here. You got your bourbons. We got one Old Grandad and another one that we're really going to be using for most of our recipes today. Bulleit 95 Rye. We're going to see how it goes. We're going to see how it tastes. And vermouth, which is going to come in handy for one of the recipes. Our first recipe, we're going to start off nice and easy. We're going to do, I got them written on things so I can actually remember what I'm doing. We're going to make a Manhattan. We're going to see how it goes. This is my first time doing this. This is my first time making any kind of mixes with whiskey. That's a lie. It is the first mix of a whiskey that I'm ever making that doesn't involve Coke. So we're gonna see how it goes. Let's begin. So I don't actually own a mixer, which is wild for the amount of drink. You would think I would own everything that I need, but apparently I do not. So while we do this the getaway, I froze one of these. What are these things called again?
Shaker.
Like a Ninja blender. Bullet things?
Oh, yeah, Ninja Bullet shaker.
So we're using a Ninja Bullet container with a lid. That's gonna be our shaker. We got a actual glass. Ooh, I got a better one. So we have this, which I also picked up from Ireland. This is for whiskey straight. So this is also gonna have use, but maybe not for this video, or not for the part that you're gonna see. This is the one we're gonna be using. This is gonna be for our mixes, and our cocktails are gonna go into this glass, and we're gonna see how it goes. So, without further ado, the Manhattan. Since I don't have the fancy ice cubes, ones that are nice and like polished and lovely, I have the ghetto trays. Your boy's about to use a couple of these because you want ice at least in the glass when you're mixing it. So we're starting low, baby steps. We're gonna work our way up to all the amazing stuff. But ice in the mixer.
Louder.
Action. Nice. So. This is a shot glass that we had lying in our house somewhere. It also says Ireland because my family loves Ireland. I know that there is 1.5 ounces of liquid that can fill up a shot glass. So we're going to probably fill this up about 2/3 of the way for our ounce marker, since I don't actually have anything to measure. Ooh, hold on, I might. All right, so we got a Pamper Chef liquid measure. Shout out to them. If you guys want to sponsor me eventually, you always let me know. I'm always welcome. You're always welcome on the show. We got, it measures up to 1 ounce, up to 2 ounces, up to 3, so we'll be able to get everything we need with this bad boy right here.
Action.
Alright, so we're going to start off with our Bulleit 95 Rye. So this is a rye whiskey, which means that the majority component of this is rye. I think they call it a mash bill. Inside the mash bill, I think it's like 51% has to be rye, and then whatever other stuff you want to throw into it. So I think this says 95% of it is rye, so we're gonna go big or go home, right? We're gonna see how it works. All right, solid. So we're gonna do 2 ounces of this rye whiskey here. Hopefully I pour this out correctly. I think they taught me in science class to pour from the eye level. That way you're good. It's gonna fall as naturally as possible. You're gonna have some spillage. It's all good. Just roll with it. All right, so we got 2 ounces here. We're gonna toss that bad boy in. Alright, so next we're going to the vermouth. The recipe calls for 1 ounce of this stuff. So we're going to pop. Oh, wow, this hasn't been opened in a very long while. Okay, it's kind of got like a malt vibe to it, like a really sweet type thing. How would you describe vermouth?
Vinegar?
Vinegar? That's okay. I guess the sweetest thing you could possibly imagine, and you describe it as vinegar. Alright, I guess that'll work. So we're gonna do 1 ounce of this stuff, and I'm back in the science lab mixing stuff together, because this is my science lab. 1 ounce of this fun stuff, and we'll see how it rocks. All right, and next stop, 2 dashes of bitters, and we're gonna let it rock. This is Angostura. I don't think that's how you pronounce it at all, but it's bitters with a little bit of orange in it. So we'll go 1, 2, and 3.
Throw another measure. Throw another one.
I don't know about that, but we're gonna see how it goes. All right. Maybe one more just for fun, because I felt like.
No, that's like 5. You did it right there already.
Action.
All right. So we got our stir. It's like just get yourself a really long spoon that way you're not touching it as you mix it. So we're gonna spin it around a little, get in there, mix it over here. You already know what I'm saying. And I mean, you can do this till the dogs come home. Maybe you're talking to a loved one, or maybe you're talking to an enemy. Either the case, I don't know what you would say. Maybe you can just insult them about how miserable their life is, or you can congratulate them on how great their life is. Whatever kind of person you are, you're gonna get deep there. So now that is mixed together, we're gonna pour it.
Action.
So we had this gizmo that I found. It's kind of like a strainer. Since I don't have like an actual mixer or an actual strainer or anything like that, we're gonna see if this is gonna work. As you can see, I don't even know what I'm doing here, but we're gonna make it work. We're gonna see if this is gonna strain and just hold the ice, or if this is gonna. Oh, look at that, we got it. It's gonna go all the way in the cup because we're G like that. And I think they said to throw a cherry in it. Is that how you garnish your Manhattan, if I remember correctly?
Whatever you want.
Okay. All right, and that. I think that's how you garnish a cherry. I think that's how you garnish a Manhattan. So we have toothpicks that I bought way back when that are finally coming in clutch. And if I remember correctly, cherries, maraschino, I don't know how to pronounce it. As you can see, I'm not educated.
Chino. Maracino.
Maracino cherries. That was. So we got maraschino cherries. So we got cherries. We're gonna throw cherry. Well, at least one. I'm gonna throw one into the mix, and we're gonna see if I can. Whoa! There we go. All right, we're gonna. I don't even need the. All right, so we got cherries. They're still connected. I didn't need the toothpick as a.
Who does that? It's a minor fracture. Who's that?
Ghetto, our ghetto corner store of liquor stores. So we're gonna throw one of these bad boys into this for a garnish, and there we go. That is our Manhattan. I don't even know if you can see that.
It's like disintegrating.
No, it's not. What are you talking about? That is our Manhattan. Stop it. That is our Manhattan, and I am going to we have to try at least a bit of it. So. That's not bad. That's a lot smoother than I thought it was going to be, especially when it comes to bourbon, because I'm not really a huge fan of bourbon, which is why I have, as you can see, I go more on the Irish whiskey side as opposed to the bourbon side. But that was surprisingly good. Like, it's nice and chilled. I think the ice, I never drink anything on the rocks, but the ice in that was a huge plus for that. You definitely get that kind of a little bit of the citrusy vibe, but most of it's just really sweet. It's kind of like dessert.
And get a real strainer.
Yeah, I know, right? You want to try it?
Yeah, sure.
All right, we're going to bring the cameraman back so he can try this. We're family, don't worry. If I'm sick, he's sick. If he's sick, I'm sick. So, coronavirus.
Remember, you gotta be 21 years and over.
Yes. We do not, well, for legal purposes, we do not endorse underage drinking. What do you think?
Not bad.
Yeah,
Not bad. Yeah, it's pretty smooth.
It's a lot smoother than I thought it was going to be for bourbon, especially.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah.
No,
would you order this at a bar?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Would you drink? Do you want the rest of this?
That's a lot, man.
We're probably going to split this among other family, because we also have a mother in the house.
Salud.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So that was round 1. That is our Manhattan done and completed. We are going on to round 2, the old fashioned. So I've had old fashioned before. I like it. The recipe I found goes a little bit like this: 2 ounces of bourbon, a spoonful of maple, 2 dashes bitters, and a glass with an orange peel for a garnish with a little bit of orange zest. So I don't actually have oranges, but I have an orange bitters. So it's going to make up for the lack in orange. So we're coming back with a broken ice tray to make our ice cube things again. I might put that in there. I might put how it got broken in the very end. But yeah, so we're going back again. 1, 2, and I think 3 for good measure. Just need that bull, so to speak.
Action!
All right, so we're going on to the old fashioned. We're gonna start up with the rye once again, because I kind of like that. I don't really care much for the granddad. That's kind of like I usually use this when I'm cooking and making like vegetables and I need to saute stuff in a pan. That's kind of the only time I've used that. I generally, I like this mix, so I don't know how it would be straight. We can try it straight. Let's try that. Let's see how it is actual on its own.
Absolutely not.
It's still sweet. It's got, you should try this. It's got like, almost like there's notes of caramel, there's a little bit of cinnamon. It's got a bit of a rounded flavor though. It's not like deadly sharp like I was expecting. Here, I got a thing right here. No, that's not for the next thing. Here. This is the straight glass. We'll stand here if you're gonna try it. See? So that is it straight. See? Not what I was expecting. I was expecting it to be really like turned off, but it's actually a lot better than I imagined. So actually a bourbon that I really like. So I now endorse Bullet 95 Rye. If you're out there, if you're watching this, hit your boy up. I could use some cash. I'm trying to travel again. So let's begin. So just like I'm back in high school chemistry with Miss McGuinn, I hated that class. The only reason she passed me is so she didn't have to see me again. We're going up to 2 fluid ounces. We're gonna toss that bad boy into the mix. Wha-bam! We're gonna cork that back up because if this like spills and falls over, I'm gonna be highly upset. A spoonful of maple. I'm not a punk, so this is where our shot glass guy is coming back in clutch. And just eye it. If I can open it. No! I'm gonna be a punk on camera.
Let the baby open it. Hold on.
Ron, show him how you open a keep going. Keep going. Look, he's using 3 fingers. Look at that. Here you go, buddy.
Alright. Good job, Fry Guy. Thanks. So, alright. We're back in the mix. We're throwing in our maple. Just be that guy, be that dude, be the ones that everybody thought you were. Be the hero of the party. Eyeball it like a champ and make it go the way you want it to go. Alright, so we're gonna watch that drizzling. I'm really hyped for this mix because I feel like it's gonna, like if the last one was sweetened like a dessert, this is definitely gonna take the cake, I imagine. And like I said before, I like old fashioned, so I'm really psyched to see how this goes. That should be enough. We will find out as we go to drink it, but let's see. And last but not least, a couple of dashes of this bad boy. I think we're gonna do.
Go overboard.
Shbish, shbish. That should be it. We'll see how it goes. That should be it. So now we're gonna stir. So we're gonna like, ooh. All right. So you want to make sure that like everything's well incorporated. Like you don't just want like maple syrup sitting at the bottom. So like look at it from above if that helps you. Look at it from below if that helps you. Like try to just make sure that you can see what you're doing. You don't want like just a giant blob of bad sitting in there. And then we'll make it work after that. It'll take like, maybe a minute, maybe 2 minutes. So we're gonna take that out. I gonna lay that over there so it makes the whole cleanup side of things easier. Where did I put that strainer thing that I had last time? Because that came in really handy. Found it. All right, so we're gonna make it rock. We're gonna hold on just like before, if I can. Pour it out, see how it goes. Let's rock.
That's a stinking big old shaking glass.
Not bad. So we're gonna let it rock. We're gonna see how this goes. That's everything's all strained in. Colors not bad. I feel like I'm not gonna have as much of like a taste on this one. Like my initial. Oh, okay. Okay.
It's like
Let's see how it
drinking.
goes.
It sounds good. Does it taste good?
Yeah. It tastes really like you could just.
Is it still slurry or is it nice?
It's nice. It's very dangerous. Like I could probably drink 8 of these without even thinking. Like the alcohol is very underpowered.
Oh yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Like you could drink this pretty consistently and not even notice. Like you could probably be sitting at a random bar or talking to
It
friends.
sneaks up on you.
Yeah, and drink like 3 of them in like the span of a minute. This is really good. This is like dessert. I would call this. No, I know I called the last one dessert.
Should have bunch of ice on it.
No.
Oh.
You just want one ice cube. If you want one of the special ice cubes. If you're
Okay.
actually doing it right. But yeah. So the Old Faithful, or not the Old Faithful. Well, it is an Old Faithful, but the Old Fashioned. Really good. Really like the addition of the maple syrup. It really brought it together. It made this like you had a long day at work, everybody around you suffering from coronavirus. You think you're gonna die. You just come home. You de-stress. This is that kind of drink that's going down inside.
Action!
Thank you. So, we are finished with stage 2. So, that is the old fashioned up in flames as well, not up in flames since I didn't have a flame, but yeah, that went well. So now we come to our final drink, whiskey sour. This one I'm really nervous about making because there's a lot more technicality to it. We're gonna see if I can make it correctly. And this goes into a shaker. So we're gonna go get my bad boy out the freezer and party out. Alright, stay tuned.
No egg.
Alright, so we got a chilled shaker, makeshift shaker for the time being since I'm just a poor boy. We're gonna drop in 1, we're gonna drop in a 2, we're gonna drop in a 3, and then I think that's the amount of times that Peter denied Jesus. And then a 4. And now we're good. We're gonna let it rock. So we got our mixing cup. Just like everything, we're gonna use our rye whiskey because it is the surprising hero of the night. So this recipe calls for 2 fluid ounces of bourbon, and we're gonna pour it like we are completely sober. We're gonna toss this right into the mix. And then round 2. Not round 2, step 2. We're gonna put this back and we're gonna jump in. Ooh, the most exciting part of this, a simple syrup. I made my own. So, I made a simple syrup with unrefined sugar, so it's gonna be even a tad bit sweeter than using Domino sugar or white sugar. We're gonna use a bit of this and see how it goes. It's already in a mixing cup, yes, just to make it easier to pour because I'm me. So we're gonna use half a fluid ounce of this. So we're gonna fill the joint up to like a little bit of the waist, not fully.
John, that's a Philadelphia saying.
This is Philly. So we're gonna dump that into our mix. I'm very excited to see how this goes.
Good.
And 0.75 ounces of lemon juice. I had that somewhere. I found our lemon juice. We're gonna do 0.75 fluid ounces of this stuff, the fun stuff. So we're looking at a really citrusy type of vibe from this drink. So I'm kind of curious to see how the sweet and the sour balance out. So we're gonna toss that fun stuff in, and 4 drops of bitters. Well, the recipe originally called for 4 drops of bitters. So we're gonna do like, yeah. There we go. All right, we're gonna cap that up, and 1 egg white. So that is going in.
Can I taste it before you put the egg white?
You need it mixed up for that's the whole entire point of the recipe.
Just give me a little swiggle of that.
No!
Before the egg,
No,
I'm
you
allergic.
need-
I'm
No!
allergic to eggs.
Such a liar. No, you are not. It's going in. So, to appease the cameraman, we're gonna do this like a weak sauce mix for the right off the bat. I love that sound though. This is why I really need like an actual shaker. And nothing fancy since this isn't an actual shaker. Or
Yeah,
oh, no. That almost really ended badly. There we go. By the end of this series, we're gonna be like,
Hey.
like killing it.
Oh, it's open.
So,
Be careful.
Mix it up a bit. And since I guess this technically will keep the ice back, we can just pour it right into this. I had another glass. All right. You get the weak boy cup for being a weak sauce companion. We're gonna pour a little bit of that in. I really hope I don't get any ice in. If I did, that is quite alright here.
Has this got the egg white in it?
No, not yet. I made one without it. That's why you're using a really crappy glass. How was it?
That's good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Great. How would you describe it to the people that are watching?
Sour. But it tastes good though.
Is that all you taste?
Oh, I can really.
It's just
I
sour.
can really drink this.
Is it
No,
just sour?
There's the whiskey in there.
So,
It's a
what do you
whiskey and
taste? Can you be a bit more detailed for the people that don't have this to try?
But you got the whiskey after. The whiskey's after, hits you after, but the citrusy thing hits you first. Then it's trailed by that whiskey. It's really good though.
Yeah.
Yes. I
Okay,
like it.
great. So now that is, we're not connoisseurs. Now that we have that out of the way, now we're gonna actually throw the real stuff in it. We're gonna get an egg white. So we got a bowl, we got our egg, schmackable. We're gonna like do a little bit of cracky. We are not gonna get any of that yolk in our mix. I'm doing a terrible job of this. This is really sad.
You really are.
Aha, there we go. That's all we're gonna use. All right, we're gonna do some fun stuff. This is going in like a champion. We're gonna be Rockies today. Solid. So now you want to shake it up. And you want to get it to that like frothy kind of vibe. You want it nice and smooth. A little bit of texture to it. We're gonna see how it goes. If I get salmonella, you knew that I had a great life, and we'll see how this goes. Or maybe not so great depending on your perspective. But one or the other, we're gonna drink this stuff. I'm really excited to see how this goes. I'm becoming a real bartender. I'm like Pinocchio of the alcohol world. Great. I'm really liking the way this is going. But like, thoroughly shake it. You don't want sadness in there. And you don't want like giant chunks of stuff from one side or another. I'm gonna grab my little strainer again so that absolutely nothing except the good stuff gets in there. Look at that. That's like, it's doing the thing.
It's like a pina colada.
That works. That works. Everything's looking A-okay. We have no more clean glasses, so I'm gonna use a taboo and just use a bourbon, or no, a whiskey glass? Yeah. Solid. So, we're gonna strain it because I don't want ice or nothing or anything. I just want the mix in there. And it actually has a really nice color coming out of it. I'm liking what's happening here. I'm gonna toss that in, well, if I can, since that is the last strain that we're gonna make tonight. So, off the bat, I'm liking the way this is vibing. Like, it's got a very like creamy texture to it, a creamy look to it. Smell is good, and we're gonna try it. We're gonna go for it. Let's go big or go home. Still really good. Try it. See, you have such the worst look on your face. Try it. Alright, trying to find the words to describe it are going to be kind of tricky, but it tastes really good. It's got a very creamy consistency. It's got like this milk start, and then it's got a whiskey finish, and in between it's got this sour punch kick to it that tastes really awesome. So it's a drink with experience to it. It's like riding a roller coaster. You don't know what to expect, but it tastes awesome. But yeah, so there is our last drink, and that is Whiskey Sour, Gone in the Wind. So there you have it. That's our 3 whiskey cocktails for day 1, or for this first video tryout thing, or whatever we're going to call it. We have our Manhattan, we have our Old Fashioned, and our Whiskey Sour. It went pretty well. It went a lot better than I thought it was going to. Each one tastes very unique and good in their own way. If you're following along at home, if you're going to try it, I highly suggest doing it just like that. Egg white optional. If you're very risk-taking and daring and you're like in your 20s and you have 0 cares about the world, throw in the egg white. If you're a little bit up there in years, or if you have sense, or if you just are, don't want to die, I would suggest taking it out. Your call, your choice. I won't judge you. So, thank you for joining us. If you like what you're seeing, if you maybe want to see the future videos, I think next week might be Tequila Week. Subscribe to whatever this is. It's probably going to be YouTube, because that's where I put the last Jesus video on. Or it might go up on Instagram or something. We'll see. We'll figure that out later. But yeah, thanks for watching. Have fun. Drink responsibly. Don't die or die. Your choice. I'm not going to judge you. Bye. Bonus video, if you made it this far, congratulations. You get to see the fun part. This is when we use one of like the better whiskeys that I know. We're gonna use an Irish whiskey as opposed to a bourbon, and we're gonna make an Old Faithful, because I like calling it Old Faithful as opposed to Old Fashioned. Don't know why, it's better. We're gonna make an Old Faithful with one of these fun whiskeys. This one's mad expensive, so we probably won't end up using that, and that has very big kick. Bushmills is a very mellow, very chilled out flavor. It's very smooth. The Black Bush has a deeper flavor profile just because it uses like a char barrel as opposed to a regular one. Jameson's definitely like your everyday whiskey. This is the stuff you're going to find from most cocktails, most mixes, because it's like I don't want to say throwaway whiskey, but this is like middle to bottom shelf. Like this is easy. You can get it anywhere. In all honesty, I prefer this one over this one, just because if you're gonna drink a quick whiskey, you want one that has a little bit of a bite to it. That's Jameson. It starts off, it kind of picks up, it hits you quick on. This, you drink it, nothing really happens. It's good whiskey. It's just it's smooth, it's quiet. This is a lot more loud. So Hammerman, what do you want to make our last drink with?
Let's do the Blackbush.
All right, say less. We're gonna make it with Blackbush, everybody. All right, so we had one last ice cube because we are poor folk. We're gonna take our Blackbush, we're gonna take our measuring cup, and we're gonna have a little fun. Maybe I gotta. What was the last thing I put in this? Put simple syrup. Simple syrup.
Yeah, I guess.
No, lemon.
No,
juice.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely rinse it out. All right, and that's how you know what level this is. This has a cork and not a cap. All right, so let's do 2 ounces of Blackbush.
You sure? That's more than 2 ounces.
That was 2 ounces. I'm measuring here. I'm not just your usual peon.
Did you pass chemistry?
Barely. We're gonna throw in some syrup again, just for the fun of it, because we're champions and we're not punks. Again, we're just gonna eye it. Just do your best, you know how it is. And we're gonna this always. Ooh, less ice means it won't do that coagulating effect, so it should be even sweeter than last time. We'll see how it rocks. We're gonna pull that to the side. I don't know what kind of accent that was. We're gonna ignore that. We're gonna cap this back up because this is good stuff. As you see, this is the one I use most. I've drunk the most of. Probably gonna need to get a new one of that. And a couple bitters, if I remember correctly, go into this too. So we're
just
gonna
a little bit, just hot.
Just shebang. And was it 4 or 2? Can't remember. I want to say it was 2.
Let's show like don't.
Alright, and now we are gonna mix it all together. Be careful, because like I said last time, you want it to be all incorporated. So you want that kind of cloudy vibe. If it looks very straightforward and it looks like there's a little like coagulation in the center, you're doing it wrong. You want to be able to mix it all together, get it all incorporated, get all the flavors to know one another, and that'll be that. So we're gonna mix this a bit. We're gonna, and the ice, I guess, is just gonna dilute a bit since the ice is melted. And we're gonna toss it into a cup and we're gonna see how it tastes. So, bam. We don't even need the strainer anymore since there's nothing to actually strain. And this is going right in there. Booyah. This is our Blackbush Old Faithful. Do you want to do the honors?
Sure.
Again, we don't condone underage drinking, so you have to be 21 and over to drink.
So to speak. What do you think?
Good. Ice. That's ice. Nice. That's really good. That's
How's it
good.
compared to the last one?
A lot better.
Yeah?
Because you're using a little more quality stuff there.
That's true. Quality in equals quality out. So
That's good.
go with what you love. Traditionally, we're going traditional or go favorite. It's all up to you. Thank you for finally watching this last thing. I will see you all next time.